I'm Dan Lussier, realtor on the Connecticut Shoreline. With me is Brian SKELLY with William Raveis Real Estate and Mortgage. So Brian, people are really concerned about their monthly payment. What can we do in this market to get that payment down?
Absolutely. So a lot of folks don't realize in Connecticut, just last year, they came out with a new down payment assistance program that allows you to get up to $50,000 at a 0% interest rate. So it makes a big difference. I'm seeing buyers are saving hundreds of dollars a month with this new program.
And that could be thousands over the lifespan, especially in a 30-year mortgage.
Absolutely. Even tens of thousands. It's a lot of savings. So with people being concerned about monthly payment, definitely you want to take a look at this Connecticut first-time buyer program.
How does that work? I mean, I know you said it's 0% or zero interest for the payback, but how does it get forgiven? Because it is forgivable, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So this program, it's a forgivable loan, and they forgive 10% per year. So, for example, if you're eligible for the full $50,000, they would forgive $5,000, which is 10% of the original balance each year. You know, so if you live there for 2 years, they forgive $10,000. If you live there for, 5 years, they would forgive 50% of the loan, so that'd be $25,000. So, and if you live there for the full 10 years, they forgive the whole thing. You don't have to pay it back. It's pretty amazing.
That is really amazing. Now, is it all the areas 50,000, or are there certain areas that are less? Right.
Great question. Yeah, there's several rules and restrictions. So they have what they call the opportunity map. So the entire state of Connecticut is eligible for the program, but depending on where the property falls on the opportunity map affects how much money you can get. Some areas are up to $50,000, some areas are up to $25,000, and there are some income restrictions as well.
Okay, well, we can put those links to those resources in the description so you can have easy access to those maps and see if the area you're looking in falls within those guidelines. Now, Brian, this is most people go with a FHA or a conventional loan. Is this both, or is it just FHA?
Great question. So we're doing this loan program through the CHFA, Connecticut Housing Finance Authority. And you could get the loan through a CHFA approved lender, such as the company I work for, William Raveis Mortgage. We are approved to do these loans. So the CHFA offers both the conventional and the FHA option.
Okay.
The main advantage of the conventional is typically you can get approved for a little bit more, and if you have a good credit score, the payment is going to be a little bit better.
Nice.
The FHA is kind of better for folks that maybe have a lower credit score, maybe in the low 600s or even the high 500s, might not get approved for a conventional, but might still be eligible for the FHA option.
Okay, great. So if somebody was looking and they're worried about an FHA peeling paint, which brings me to my other point, is the condition of the home. If it's a conventional, they don't have to worry about those things that normal FHA guidelines.
Correct. Yeah. So, sometimes the sellers prefer a conventional offer over FHA offer because the perception is it's less likely to require repairs. So on a conventional CHFA loan, it will follow the exact same property condition requirements as a regular conventional loan, which is typically a little bit less restrictive than the FHA option.
Okay, great. So, and can we use this on condos?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So there's no restrictions on the condo. So the condo doesn't necessarily have to be FHA approved like
Correct.
Some of them
Yeah.
pretty much.
Correct. So if you're watching this video and you got pre-approved for an FHA loan and maybe your lender said, oh, you can only look at the condos that are on the FHA approved list, if you are eligible for the conventional CHFA loan, you're not restricted to just the FHA approved condos. But as with any loan, the lender does need to review the condo and make sure it meets certain requirements. It is the same process that we would go through on a regular conventional loan just to make sure the condo meets all the standard Fannie Mae guidelines for mortgage lending.
All right, awesome. What about time frames? Are they longer? Are they shorter? Like, what kind of time frames are we looking at? Is it the same as a traditional mortgage?
Yeah, typically I would see it's going to take you about an extra week to get the loan compared to a regular loan, just because there are some additional steps in the process. The amount of paperwork required is going to be a little bit more thorough, and the CHFA department does need to review the file at the end of the process before you can get the clear to close. So on a regular loan, we might be closing on maybe 25 to 30 days. I would say on one of these CHFA time to owns, it's more like maybe 35 to 45 days, but we could do it relatively quickly.
Okay, that's really great to know. as you said, sometimes some sellers, they look for more of the conventional loans. They feel a little better about how strong those.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to close in 15 days, this is probably not the program for you.
Okay, all right. And I remember when you spoke at our last meeting, you had said that some buyers find it kind of overwhelming with the paperwork. So I just wanted to give everybody an idea of what, it's a little more work involved, but for the money, it's worth a few extra hours of putting in time to find these documents.
I mean, the one thing we haven't talked about yet is the monthly payment, and the monthly payment is significantly lower on this program than it would be because the down payment assistance loans at a 0% interest rate. So I always remind people, we're going to need a little bit more paperwork. It's going to be a little bit more work to get the loan, but just remember, you're probably saving hundreds of dollars a month when you're doing this program. So if you got to fill out some extra forms and give us a little bit of extra tax returns, it's well worth it.
Okay, yeah, and with the rising prices of homes, if somebody was qualified for a certain amount, utilizing this program, they may be able to go even a little bit higher to get something that more along the lines of what they wanted.
Absolutely, yeah. And a lot of people, when the program first came out, we were kind of talking about the benefit of the down payment assistance, not needing the money for the down payment. But recently, monthly payments has really been a big hot topic for people because monthly payments are a lot higher than they used to be. And so if you can get this down payment assistance loan at 0%, it makes your monthly payment lower. And when you talk about maximum price that you can get approved for, under the conventional option, it's what we call 50% maximum debt to income ratio, which in mortgage lingo just means that your monthly payment can go up to 50% of your monthly income, which is the same as a regular conventional loan.
Right.
So therefore, if we can get your monthly payment lower with the Jaffa loan, that means you could actually go a little higher on the price and get the same monthly payment that you would with a regular conventional loan. Therefore, I have had quite a few people where we get them into this program and their maximum price might go up by $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000. So it's that is helpful.
Substantial. Yeah, that's absolutely helpful.
Yeah.
So for everybody who's watching, anybody who gets one of these loans, you've done obviously quite a few of them.
I have.
And they're time consuming. What is a couple of things that first-time home buyers should not be doing while they're in this loan process because it can be a little complicated?
Yeah, so as with any loan, but especially with this program, you want to try to avoid any changes to your financial situation. So try not to take on, there is an income limit on the program too, so you have to be careful. Like if you take on a new part-time job or do anything to increase your income or decrease it, it could change the numbers. So you pretty much just want to try not to do anything. Keep going to work, continue, if you're on a 40-hour work schedule, keep working your full 40 hours every week.
Yeah.
Don't take out any new loans or credit cards. Don't quit your job. Don't start a new job. Just try and keep everything status quo. And if you have to change something, call your mortgage lender and be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Is this going to be a problem? And, talk to an expert that can be like, yeah, that's fine. Or actually, that could be a problem. Can you hold off on doing that for now?
All right. Sounds good. So this sounds like the long lost uncle that you wish you had, where you can get, it's kind of like a gift, like we had talked about. And that sounds really, really great.
It's great.
If you know anybody who could benefit from this program, you or anybody you do know, please reach out to me or Brian from William Raveis Real Estate and Mortgage, and we would be happy to help you. My contact info and Brian's is down in the description below. You can call us, text us, email, and you can even click the links for each of us to put it yourself on our calendar and set up a time to talk. And also, please hit that subscribe button down below for more educational videos. We'll see you soon.